Hey, boys and girls, your book today is called Bread and Jam for Frances. It's written by Russell Hoban. It was breakfast time and everyone was at the table. Father was eating his egg, Mother was eating her egg, Gloria was sitting in a high chair and eating her egg too. Frances was eating bread and jam. What a lovely egg, said Father. If there is one thing I am fond of for breakfast, it is a soft boiled egg. Yes, said Mother, spooning up egg for the baby. It is just the thing to start the day off right. Ah, said Gloria, and ate up her egg. Frances did not eat her egg. She sang a little song to it. She sang the song very softly. I do not like the way you slide. I do not like your soft inside. I do not like you lots of ways, and I could do for many days without eggs. What did you say, Frances? Asked Father. Nothing, said Frances, spreading jam on another slice of bread. Why do you keep eating bread and jam? Asked her father. When you have a lovely soft boiled egg. One of the reasons I like bread and jam, said Frances, is that it does not slide off your spoon in a funny way. Well, of course, said Father. Not everyone is fond of soft boiled eggs for breakfast, but there are other kinds of eggs. Sunny side up, sunny side down. Yes, said Frances, but sunny side up eggs lie on the plate and look up at you in a funny way. And sunny side down eggs just lie on their stomachs and wait. What about scrambled eggs? Said Father. Scrambled eggs fall off the fork and roll under the table, said Frances. I think it is time for you to go to school now, said Mother. Frances picked up her books and her lunchbox and her skipping rope. Then she kissed Mother and Father goodbye and went to the bus stop. While she waited for the bus, she skipped and sang, Jam on biscuits, jam on toast. Jam is the thing that I like most. Jam is sticky, jam is sweet. Jam is tasty, jam's a treat. Raspberry, strawberry, gooseberry. I'm very fond of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked breaded veal cutlets with string beans and baked potatoes. Ah, what is there handsomer on a plate and tastier to eat than breaded veal cutlet? It is a nice dish, said Mother. Eat up the string bean, Gloria. Oh, said Gloria, and ate it up. She'd already eaten her dinner of strained beef and sweet potatoes, but she likes to practice with a string bean when she cooks. She's the baby. Where do veal cutlets come from? And why are French cut stringless beans called string beans? We can talk about that another time, said Father. Now it is time to eat our dinner. Frances looked at her plate and sang, What do cutlets wear before they're breaded? Flannel nightgowns, cowboy boots, furry jackets, sailor suits. Then she spread jam on a slice of bread and took a bite. She won't eat anything new, said Mother to Father. She just eats bread and jam. How do you know what you'll like if you won't try anything? Said Father. Well, said Frances, there are many different things to eat, and they taste many different ways, but when I have bread and jam, I always know what I am getting, and I am always pleased. You try new things in your school lunches, said Mother. Today I gave you chicken salad sandwich. There now, said Father to Frances. Wasn't it good? Well, said Frances, I traded it to Albert. For what? Asked Father. Bread and jam, said Frances. The next morning at breakfast, Father sat down and said, Now I call that a pretty sight. Orange juice and poached eggs on toast. There's a proper breakfast. Thank you for saying so, said Mother. Poached eggs do have a cheery look. Frances began to sing a poached egg song. Poached eggs on toast, why do you shiver? with such a funny little quiver. Then she looked down and saw that she did not have a poached egg. I have no poached egg, said Frances. I have nothing but orange juice. I know, said Mother. Why is that? Said Frances. Everybody else has a poached egg. Even Gloria has a poached egg, and she's nothing but a baby. But you do not like eggs, said Mother, and that is why I do not poach one for you. Have some bread and jam if you are hungry. So Frances ate bread and jam and went to school. When the bell rang for lunch, Frances sat down with her friend Albert. What do you have today? Said Frances. Cream cheese, cucumber, and tomato sandwich on rye, said Albert. A pickle and a hard-boiled egg and a little shaker of salt to go with that and a thermos of milk. He goes on, and then finally says, what do you have? Bread and jam, she said, and milk. You're lucky, said Albert. That's just what you like. You don't have to trade now. That's right, said Frances. And I had bread and jam for dinner last night and for breakfast this morning. You certainly are lucky, said Albert. Yes, I am a very lucky girl, but I'll trade if you want to. That's all right, said Albert. And he went on and ate his cream cheese with cucumber and tomato sandwich. He took a bite of a sandwich, a bite of pickle, a bite of hard-boiled egg, and a drink of milk, and put more salt on the egg. Albert made the sandwich, the pickle, the egg, and the milk come out even. And it talks more about how he ate the rest of his food. He folded up his napkin and put them away. He shut his lunchbox. And he says, I like to have a good lunch, said Albert. Frances ate her bread and jam and drank her milk. Then she went out to the playground and skipped rope. She did not skip as fast as she had skipped in the morning. She sang, jam in the morning, jam at noon, bread and jam by the light of the moon. Jam is very nice. When Frances got home from school, Mother said, I know you like to have a little snack when you get home from school, and I have one all ready. I do like snacks, said Frances. Here it is, said Mother, a glass of milk and some nice bread and jam. Aren't you worried that maybe I will get sick and all my teeth will fall out from eating so much bread and jam? Asked Frances. I don't think so. I don't think that'll happen for a while, so eat it up and enjoy it. Frances ate up most of her bread and jam, but she didn't eat all of it. After her snack, she went outside to skip rope. Frances skipped a little more slowly than she had skipped at noon, and she sang, jam for snacks and jam for meals. I know how a jam jar feels, full of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked spaghetti and meatballs. I am glad to see there will be enough for second helpings, said Father, because spaghetti and meatballs is one of my favorite dishes. Spaghetti and meatballs is a favorite with everybody, said Mother. Try a little spaghetti, Gloria. Said Gloria. Frances looked down at her plate and saw there was no spaghetti and meatball. There was a slice of bread and a jar of jam. Frances began to cry. My goodness, said Mother. Frances is crying. What is the matter? Asked Father. Frances looked down at her plate and sang a little sad song. She sang softly so that Mother and Father could scarcely hear her. What I am is tired of jam. I want spaghetti and meatballs, said Frances. May I have some, please? I had no idea you liked spaghetti and meatballs, said Mother. How do you know what I'll like if you won't even try me? Asked Frances, wiping her eyes. So Mother gave Frances spaghetti and meatballs, and she ate it all up. The next day, the bell rang for lunch. Albert said, What do you have today? Well, laying on her desk, setting a tiny vase of flowers in the middle of it, let me see. She arranged her lunch on the table. I have a thermos bottle with cream of tomato soup, a lobster salad sandwich, celery, carrots, black olives, shaker of salt, and she goes on and on. That's a good lunch, said Albert. I think it's nice that there are all different kinds of lunches and breakfasts and dinners and snacks. I think eating is nice. So do I, said Frances. And she made the lobster salad sandwich, the celery and the carrots, and the olives come out even. And that's the end of that book.